Repositioning Kohl's. Executive Summary. Nowadays, the grocery industry is getting more competitive than before. Consumers are becoming more demanding for a better class of service as well as shopping experience, especially for Generation Y females. To be compatible, it is critical for Kohl's to build a friendly, likable and enjoyable image and a bound relationship with their customers. This paper argues that by repositioning itself to Generation Y female shoppers, Kohl's will regain its lost customer brand equity and develop a strong customer relationship. With a corporate brand that has arguably lost its appeal, it is tempting to change everything about Kohl's to make it more relevant to the target market. Generation Y female shoppers are independent, confident, often working, looking for sophisticated lifestyle. Mostly they have a higher education level. Nowadays, people are getting more and more concerned about their health, especially for Generation Y females. Therefore, these women are always looking and shopping for something that can make their lives healthier. There is, however, a high awareness of the Kohl's name among these women, whereby changing everything would not be a viable option. Instead, the focus is on how to attach new meanings to the brand name. The authors argue Kohl's needs to own the positioning of your partner of well-being, because it is the essence of what Generation Y females want. The concern they have for the environment and their own health is ultimately about being happy or the psychological state of well-being. This is brought to life by establishing a new brand identity with the characteristics: likable, energetic, optimistic, proactive, and compassionate. The new positioning will be visible through the new identity, the product range, and the marketing communications employed. These traits need to be communicated consistently to these women to be effective. Firstly, to meet the new brand positioning, Kohl's will rearrange product and store layout by understanding of new brand personality. Then, Kohl's will use advertising, public relation and interactive marketing as communication tools to promote the new brand direction, image and identity. The idea of music bar is attracting female shoppers to relax and enjoy shopping, so that they can stay longer in Kohl's. The customer, however, must perceive and experience the positioning when she enters the store. The brand promise, the state of well-being, must be delivered to create and sustain the brand value. Introduction. It has been speculated that the brand equity of Kohl's is depleted. To remain competitive, Kohl's needs to be more effective in its brand management. Managing customer brand equity is vital, since the premise of this notion is the brand value is entirely in the minds of customers. Keller, 1999. The challenge for Kohl's is how to regain its arguably lost brand equity. Problem statement. This paper seeks to explore how Kohl's can reposition itself to Generation Y females, which offers a new opportunity for Kohl's to sustain and augment the customer brand equity concept. Making Kohl's relevant for these females can develop short-term growth and long-term customer relationships. This entails the company separating itself from its rivals, where convenience, cleanliness, and fresh products have dictated the industry progress. The food retail stores are badly designed, seem sterile, and accept poor treatment of animals, which affect the perception of the corporate brand. In short, this paper seeks to answer the following question: how will Kohl's become relevant to Generation Y female shoppers? In order to answer this, the following questions must be answered. Who is the Generation Y female? What should Kohl's new brand identity be? What will be the points of difference separating Kohl's from its rivals? How should Kohl's implement its new positioning? The paper begins with examining Generation Y, and in particular female shoppers. Next follows the repositioning of Kohl's, which is established by creating a new brand identity. The repositioning is implemented through the product offering, communications and the customer experience. The paper ends with how Kohl's should proceed to move into its new positioning. Generation Y female shoppers. The main characteristics of Generation Y can be seen in Appendix 1. They are socially, environmental and health-orientated. They are interested in more me time, know they are in control of the purchase decision, and are technology savvy. They will be attracted to such ideas as natural, animal-friendly, fair trade cosmetics counters. Repositioning. According to Kevin Keller, 1999, page 102, there are two options the firm can employ when a business wishes to be more effective in managing its customer brand equity for the long run. Either the company needs to reinforce its brand or create revitalization strategies. The approach taken in this paper follows more the revitalization option, because the target audience has a difference in consumer behavior than Generation X new positioning. It would be tempting to change everything about Kohl's to make it more relevant to Generation Y female shoppers. There is, however, a high awareness of the Kohl's name with this target market, whereby changing everything would not be a viable option. Instead, the focus is on how to attach new meanings to the brand name. After an internal discussion, the authors of this paper determined Kohl's should own the positioning of well-being, because it is the essence of what Generation Y females want. The concern they have for the environment and their own health is ultimately about being happy or the psychological state of well-being. In order to make it more personal, it was decided that Kohl's needed to own the positioning of your partner of well-being. It is great the new positioning will be visible through the new identity, the marketing communications employed, and the product range. Yet, without the customers experiencing this positioning when they enter the store, then there is no connection between Kohl's and its customers. The brand promise, the state of well-being, must be delivered. Based on this notion follows the consequent design of the stores, which with the in-store kiosk of well-being, will create the state of well-being for the customer. New identity. With a high awareness of the Kohl's brand name with the target market, the focus is on how to attach new meanings to the brand name. This is what is known as brand personality, which is the tone and attitude to communicate with Generation Y females. The brand personality is helpful, as it can instantly generate points of difference in the industry. The brand personality should be a precise account of the company, since the customers buy the company and what it stands for rather than a product or service. The brand personality should also be consistently communicated in every situation, because that is how strong customer relationships and customer trust are established. Moser, 2008. The target audience, as mentioned earlier, Generation Y females, want to be happy and be in a state of well-being. These women are concerned with a balanced life, but they tend to get easily stressed and are therefore looking for different ways to reduce it. After an internal discussion, the authors of this paper determined Kohl's needs to acquire the following brand characteristics in order to deliver on its brand promise. Likeable. Since we want to be the customer's partner in well-being, we first need to be pleasant, friendly and easy to like. We want to be their friend. We should demonstrate the side of being warm, welcome and more caring. By that, customers are more open with us and want to chat with us. We need to make sure every one of our appearances, the shop design, the employees, and the product arrangement represent the entire welcome and comfortable place. We promise to always make a good time when being together with customers. Let's make us feel loved, accepted, respected and cared for. Energetic. To share everything about health and well-being, we need to make people feel how enthusiastic we are. Kohl's have more energy to support customers involved in well-being. We are an enjoy company that motivates customers to enrich their lives. Optimistic. To be able to provide advices to the target customer requires that they believe what we say and that we are exciting with what we talk about. The messages we deliver show we are hopeful and we have confidence to deliver that message.